When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Good evening, and we are live. Welcome to New Music Saturday with the Matt Andersons, Nolan and Catherine, and our special guest tonight, Glenn from Missionary Fades. Welcome to the show, Glenn.
Thanks, Steve. Nice to be here, man.
Well, great to have you. So first off, I discussed this with Brian early, so instead of recording a promo and doing it, I'm just going to do it myself. So part one of Music Saturday is brought to you by NYC Fast Factory Records. And a big shout out to Lonely Oak Radio and Rockers Die for playing Light Through Glass by the Matt Andersons this week. And so let's get right to it. So Glenn, Missionary Fades, the name, was that just kind of a brainstorm that kind of popped in your head? So you know what, this sounds really cool. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, I think it's a bit more just a wordplay thing where I just sort of came up with the name and it just seemed to fit with all the stuff I do. Some of my stuff is quite heavy and some of it is quite light, and you know, you can't come up with some, you know, I can come up with some heavy name. I don't know, like Metallica, for instance. You know, that wouldn't go with my light stuff, for instance. You know, do you know what I mean? So Missionary Fades just seemed to fit everything I do, because I do mellow stuff as well as heavy stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Just there is a meaning behind it, and it's to do with like rebirth and things like that. That's a theme throughout. Some, you know, a lot of my music is about kind of turmoil, but also rebirth and hope and things like that. So yeah.
Oh, right on. You know, just because, Glenn, we've heard a few of your songs before on the compilations, and it's just the fact you point out, you kind of go between heavy and light. That's quite the mixture. Quite a different way of doing things, just because it doesn't happen too often. At least not as well as you kind of lay it down, like as far as you record it. Now, did you have an idea in mind initially to kind of do that? You know, saying I'm going to do some heavy songs and kind of rock out, then do some cool tunes, kind of chill people out, kind of do a good mix like that, or was it just like it just kind of came together once you started writing your songs?
Well, all of this stuff was written over about a 15-year period, and I've been through quite a lot of different musical influences in that time. I'm influenced heavily by grunge. Basically, I'm a total '90s child, and you know, there's so many bands that we were really spoiled in the '90s with grunge, and even and here as well. I think a lot of UK bands were influenced by that scene, and yeah, the music I write just reflects really the richness of that scene. You know, I'm a massive Foo Fighters, Soundgarden, Nirvana fan. In fact, today I went and saw Cobain Montage of Heck.
You know,
it's a really great movie, fantastic movie, and yeah.
I'm actually waiting to see that, and like, man, you're kind of preaching to the choir there, because grunge was my high school days, so like I was in that whole scene too, and I have all my ticket stubs, and luckily enough, because I lived in Montreal, I got to see a lot of the bands, so I have all my ticket stubs. I have my Soundgarden, my Nirvana, my Alice in Chains, like you name it. I was there, and wow, I guess. Yeah. So I'm going to give the floor now to Nolan and Catherine, since they are essentially from the grunge capital of the world in Seattle.
Oh, cool. Cool, man.
Go ahead, Nolan. You're much more well versed.
I don't have my flannel shirt on right now.
You first.
It was easy wearing a flannel shirt because that's the sort of clothes I had anyway, and suddenly just became a style, so I got away with just dressing like that.
We kind of joke here that Eddie Vedder stole Nolan's look.
Cool, man.
No, actually, what you were talking about your music and what the Missionary Fates name, and I actually went to your SoundCloud page today and listened to a lot of your tunes, and I can definitely hear that. Just the difference in your styles. So it was really, it's a good body of work.
Thanks, man.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very old sound. I'm not trying to, like with Queens of the Stone Age, it's sort of post-grunge, and they've taken it to a different a stage. So with my music, I'm sticking to a very old sound, almost like, just pluck a band out of the 90s and put it now. That's the sound that I've got, even when I'm producing it. I want to get that same feeling of it being, I guess, retro grunge. I don't know what to call it, but just a sound from that time now.
Right. I think you're being really true to that as well.
Thanks, man. I'm really glad. I mean, I'm just so happy to have met, all the, Factory Fast Records and all the connections that have come from it. It's really reawakened my interest in just music, just to see so many other bands doing the same type of thing, and just taking those influences and pulling it in their own directions. It's really amazing to see all of that through all the compilations. It's brilliant.
Oh, right on. And it's good to hear, because I've always commented before with different bands that I know I do like my old school grunge and rock and that sort of thing. So it's always good to hear. So without further ado, we're going to get to your songs on this newest compilation by NYC Fast Factory Records. This song is called Anomaly, Missionary Fates. Dig this.
Pull
Missionary Fades with Anomaly. Now, speaking of Foo Fighters, man, the influence, man, you could so tell in that song, but it was such a cool tune. It was like one of your cool kind of Miller tunes, but still got that kind of upbeat flow to it, and the bridge just flowed very nicely, man. I could really enjoy this tune.
Nice one, man. I'd go with that. I mean, it is a quite Foo Fighters base. I'd say like the third album, they went a bit mellower. And I remember when I was putting that song together, that that album actually had quite a lot of influence on that song. But I think sort of Foo Fighters is a good example of heavy and light in terms of they sort of I mean that massively influenced my style in terms of like the heavy and the light stuff that I do. And I'll go with that totally.
Well, the thing about the Foo Fighters too is that when the project first started, so it was a project, it was all Dave Grohl before he went and got musicians for the project, because people wanted to go live. It's like, well, and people kind of found out about it. It's like, okay, well, I'll put a band together. And obviously there's been changes over the years, but he's done very well for himself, and he's just one of those guys. I always like to compare him to Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains. He's just one of those guys who just likes to rock and roll. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to play and jam, and he's good with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and he's just like an all round. He's just done everything. He's just a really nice guy. He's a multi-talented musician, and just influence for anyone on any generation really. I mean, I'm 37 now, and I meet plenty of people in their early 20s who are just massively influenced by the grunge scene and by Dave Grohl, and they weren't even born when Nevermind was released, and there's still a really massive following here in England for grunge and what it stood for, and
Catherine Nolan.
I'm curious about your songwriting and recording process. Do you have when you write a tune, is it pretty much fleshed out in your head and you just press the red button and go, or do you build it as you work, or what's your preferred